Hello, everyone. Welcome back to A1 English Podcast, the show where we make real English feel simple, friendly, and, honestly, a little fun.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Jack. And wow, do we have a good one for you today.
Before we start, quick reminder. If you're learning English and you want to improve naturally, don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, because when you subscribe, you're not just supporting us, you're supporting your own English learning journey.
Okay, so today we're talking about something that literally every English learner has felt, but almost nobody understands.
That moment when a native speaker starts talking and it just sounds like one long blur of sound.
Exactly. You studied grammar, you know hundreds of words, but suddenly it feels like they're speaking a different language.
90% of English learners tell us the same thing. I understand English when I read it, but when someone speaks fast, I lose everything.
So today, we're talking about connected speech, why native speakers sound so fast, and how you can finally start understanding them.
And honestly, this confuses so many people. Even advanced learners sometimes get lost with this.
But here's the good news. By the end of this episode, you'll understand exactly why English sounds the way it does.
Not perfect, but confident. And confidence is what matters most.
Exactly. So let's start easy. No stress, no boring grammar rules.
Just real English, real conversations, real life.
All right, Jack, let me ask you something. When you were learning to listen to fast English, did you ever feel confused about why words seem to disappear?
All the time. I remember thinking, why is this so complicated? I know every one of these words.
Exactly. And that's how most learners feel about connected speech.
So today, let's break it down in the simplest way possible.
Connected speech is actually not complicated. The problem is how it's taught, or honestly, how it's never taught at all.
Books make it sound like some secret code, but it's really not.
Let's start with the basics. Connected speech is what happens when native speakers link, blend, and shorten words together when they talk naturally.
So, in simple words, connected speech means words don't stay separate. They flow into each other, like one long wave instead of individual drops.
Perfect. That's all you need to know to start.
Now, why do people get confused? Usually, it's because textbooks teach English word by word, very slowly and very clearly.
And also because in real life, nobody talks like a textbook recording.
Think about it. Textbook audio is recorded slowly, clearly, with big pauses between every word, almost like the speaker is reading a shopping list.
Right. And that's useful in the very beginning, but it doesn't prepare you for how people actually talk on the street, at work, or on your favorite TV show.
So there's this huge gap between classroom English and real-world English, and connected speech is exactly what fills that gap. But today, we're going to fix that confusion.
We'll explain connected speech using real examples, not textbook examples.
Because real life is the best teacher.
All right, let's talk about our first key point, linking sounds together.
This is super important.
When one word ends with a consonant sound and the next word starts with a vowel sound, native speakers connect them like they're one single word.
Let me give you a real-life example.
Okay, I'm listening.
Imagine you're ordering food at a restaurant.
Okay, I'm listening.
You would say, "I'll have an apple."
But it doesn't sound like I'll have an apple. It sounds like I'll have an apple.
Exactly. The words melt into each other.
Now, many learners make this mistake. They try to pronounce every word super separately, like I will have an apple.
Oh yes, I hear that all the time.
The problem with that is it actually sounds unnatural to native ears, even though every word is correct.
So the natural way is to let those sounds flow together smoothly.
Exactly.
Let's give another example to make it even clearer.
Good idea.
Think about greeting a friend in the morning,
In this situation, you could say, wake up.
and notice how it almost sounds like wake up? The K from wake jumps onto up.
Yes, that's the key.
So remember, when a word ends in a consonant and the next word starts with a vowel, expect them to link together.
Not complicated at all, right?
Not at all.
Okay, now let's move to our second key point, reductions, when small words get shorter and weaker.
This one is equally important.
Native speakers often shrink small grammar words like to, for, and, or of because they're not the important part of the sentence.
Let's make this super practical.
Imagine you're asking someone about their plans.
What would you say?
You would say, "What are you going to do?"
But in fast speech, it often sounds like, what you gonna do?
Perfect. And why does that work?
Because going to gets reduced to gonna, and what are you blends into whatcha. These reductions aren't lazy, they're just how the language naturally flows when spoken quickly.
Now here's a common mistake.
Oh, let's talk about mistakes. These are so helpful.
Learners sometimes think gonna and wanna are slang or incorrect English.
And the problem with that thinking is that they miss out on understanding real native conversations because these reductions are used constantly, even in professional settings.
So instead of avoiding them, we should learn to recognize them when listening, even if we choose to speak more formally ourselves.
Much better.
Let's practice one more time. Fill in the blank. I blank get some coffee. How would a native speaker say want to?
Everyone listening, pause for a second. How would you say it?
Wanna, as in, I wanna get some coffee.
Did you get it right? If yes, amazing. If not, don't worry. That's why we're here.
Learning takes time, and mistakes are part of the process.
All right, Jessica, let's talk about the mistakes people make when they first try to understand connected speech.
Yes, because mistakes are actually great teachers.
Mistake number 1, trying to hear every single word separately, like listening for individual puzzle pieces.
Oh, I hear this all the time.
The correct approach is to listen for the overall rhythm and the stressed words, the most important words in the sentence, rather than every tiny sound.
And why? Because native English is stress-timed, which means some words are said clearly and loudly, while small connecting words almost disappear.
Mistake number 2. Thinking that connected speech is only used by lazy or careless speakers.
This one is tricky.
The fix is simple. Connected speech is used by everyone, from casual friends to news anchors to your favorite actors. It's not laziness, it's simply how natural spoken English works.
See? Not scary at all.
And the last common mistake, trying to speak with connected speech before you can even recognize it while listening.
Many learners think this is correct, but actually, if you copy sounds without understanding the pattern, you might sound unclear instead of natural.
The right way is to first train your ears through listening practice, and only after that, slowly start applying it to your own speaking. There's actually a fourth mistake worth mentioning too: learners who avoid watching real content because it feels too hard and only stick to slow, simplified learner content.
Oh, that's such a common trap.
And the problem is, if you only ever listen to slow, textbook English, your ears never get the training they need for real conversations.
It's a bit like trying to learn to swim by only reading about swimming. You eventually have to get in the water.
Exactly. So even if it feels difficult at first, exposing yourself to real, natural, connected speech regularly is what actually builds your comprehension over time.
Start with short clips, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and slowly build up from there.
You don't have to understand everything immediately. Just keep showing up.
Now, if you make these mistakes, don't panic.
Everyone makes mistakes. Even native speakers stumble sometimes.
The important thing is to keep listening, keep noticing, keep trying.
Silence is worse than a wrong guess.
Exactly.
Okay, let's put everything together with one more idea. Assimilation, when sounds actually change because of the word next to them.
Ooh, I love this one. It explains so much.
Elision happens when a sound, usually a consonant, gets dropped entirely because it's too hard to pronounce clearly inside a fast sentence.
Give us an example.
Sure. Think about the word next. If someone says next month, the T at the end of next often just disappears.
So it sounds like next month instead of next month.
Exactly. And it's not because the speaker is being lazy, it's because saying two hard consonant sounds back to back, the T and the M, is awkward, so the tongue naturally skips one.
That's actually really helpful to know, because I used to think I was mishearing things.
A lot of learners feel that way. They think, maybe my ears are broken. But really, the sound was never fully there in the first place.
Let's do one more example. How about, I don't know?
Oh, this is a classic one. In fast, casual speech, I don't know often becomes I don't know, almost one single word.
And if you're watching movies or listening to podcasts, you'll hear dunno constantly.
Constantly. It's one of the most common reduced phrases in spoken English.
Okay, now let's talk about something learners ask us about a lot: connected speech in questions.
Great topic, because questions often move even faster than regular sentences.
Imagine you're catching up with an old friend and you want to ask about their family.
What would you ask?
You'd say, "How is your family doing?"
But naturally, that often comes out as, how's your family doing? The your shrinks down to your, and doing loses its final G sound.
See, this is exactly why textbook English and real English feel like two completely different languages.
They're not different languages, though. They're the same language, just spoken at two different speeds and in two different contexts.
That's such an important point. Textbook English isn't wrong, it's just formal and slow, like a foundation you build on.
Exactly. And connected speech is what happens naturally once that foundation becomes automatic, and you're speaking casually and quickly.
So here's a fun listening challenge for everyone at home.
I love a good challenge.
I'm going to say a sentence at normal, connected speed, and I want you to guess what the slow textbook version would be.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeet yet?
That's such a strong one. That's actually, did you eat yet? All squeezed into two quick syllables.
Exactly right. Native speakers say that constantly, especially in casual conversations around lunchtime.
It's wild how much shorter it becomes.
Let's try one more. Let me think about it.
That one's a bit easier. It's let me think about it, where let me blends into lemme.
Perfect. You're getting the hang of this.
It really does start to feel like a pattern once you notice it a few times.
And that pattern recognition is honestly the whole secret. Once your brain learns to expect these shortcuts, understanding fast English becomes so much easier.
So here's a tip for everyone listening. Don't try to memorize a list of every possible reduction. Instead, expose yourself to lots of real conversations, and your brain will start recognizing the patterns naturally.
Absolutely. Watch interviews, listen to podcasts like ours, watch shows without relying only on subtitles, and slowly your ear will adjust.
And remember, this isn't about speaking with a fake accent or trying to sound like someone you're not.
Right. This is purely about listening comprehension first. Understanding native speakers is the real goal here.
Exactly. Because once you understand them clearly, conversations become so much less stressful.
Let's also talk quickly about intonation and rhythm, because connected speech isn't just about linking sounds, it's also about music.
That's such a good point. English has a rhythm, almost like a song, where stressed words get more time and unstressed words get squeezed together quickly.
So a sentence like, I would have gone if I had known, becomes something closer to, I would have gone if I'd known, with the important words like gone and known standing out clearly.
And that rhythm is actually one of the biggest reasons English sounds fast to learners. It's not that native speakers talk faster overall, it's that the small words get compressed while the key words stay strong.
Exactly. Once your ear catches that rhythm, everything starts to click.
It really does. And the best way to train that is through shadowing, listening to a short clip and repeating it immediately, copying the rhythm, not just the words.
We definitely recommend trying that with podcasts, shows, or even songs you enjoy.
Start with something slow and clear, then slowly move to faster, more natural conversations.
And don't get discouraged if you don't catch everything the first time.
Even native speakers ask each other to repeat things sometimes. Before we wrap up, let's talk about one more super useful trick, the 3 sounds method for training your ear at home.
Ooh, I haven't heard you explain this one before. Tell us.
It's simple. Pick any short audio clip, maybe 15 or 20 seconds, from a podcast, a show, or an interview.
Okay, and then what?
First, listen to it once without reading anything, just to get a general feeling for the rhythm.
Right. Don't stress about understanding every word yet.
Exactly. Then listen a second time, and this time try writing down or saying out loud any words or reductions you clearly recognize, even if it's just 3 or 4 words.
So you're training your brain to catch small pieces first.
Exactly. And finally, on the third listen, check the transcript or subtitles and compare what you actually heard versus what was really said.
That's such a smart way to notice your own patterns, like realizing, oh, I always miss reduced have to sounds or something like that.
Exactly. And once you notice your personal pattern, you can focus your practice specifically on that instead of trying to fix everything at once.
I love that this method doesn't feel overwhelming. It's just 3 simple steps.
And you can do it in under 5 minutes a day. Small, consistent practice beats long, stressful study sessions every single time.
Such good advice. Okay, now let's also address something a lot of learners worry about. If I get used to connected speech, will people understand me when I speak?
That's such a common worry and, honestly, a fair one.
Here's the truth. You can understand connected speech without necessarily using heavy reductions yourself when you speak.
Exactly. Many confident, fluent speakers still pronounce their words a little more clearly than native speakers do, and that's completely fine.
Understanding is the priority. Your own speaking style can develop naturally, at your own pace, over time.
And honestly, as you get more comfortable, you'll probably start naturally picking up little reductions here and there anyway, without even trying.
It happens automatically once your ear is trained well enough.
100%. So don't put pressure on yourself to sound exactly like a native speaker overnight.
The goal is clear, confident communication, not a perfect accent.
Beautifully said.
All right, let's quickly review what we learned today.
First, we talked about linking, how consonant and vowel sounds connect between words.
Then we explained reductions, how small words like going to and want to shrink into gonna and wanna.
We also covered common mistakes, like trying to hear every word separately or assuming connected speech is careless English.
And most importantly, we practiced using assimilation and rhythm to understand real, natural conversations.
Remember, you don't need to be perfect.
You just need to be confident and keep listening.
English is a tool for communication, not a test.
So listen, notice, practice, and improve.
That's the journey.
If this episode helped you understand connected speech better, please hit the like button.
And if you want more real English conversations like this, subscribe to A1 English Podcast.
We upload new episodes every week to help you improve your English naturally.
Thank you so much for learning with us today.
Keep practicing, keep improving.
Bye, everyone.
See you in the next episode.